Dexter is back, and thankfully Lumen is not, but he's still carrying that darkness as we start Season 6 with a 2-for-1 special kill. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. It's time to review Dexter Season 6, Episode 1. This is called Those Kind of Things. And then we start off with a bang. We start off with Dexter doing what he does best, and that's killing. And he doesn't just kill one guy, he's greedy. He kills two. Two at the same time. Two paramedics, to be fair. I mean, it starts off with us believing that Dexter's in trouble. Looks like he's actually stabbed himself. I don't know whether he was using fake blood. He's a blood splatter analyst, so I guess he could have got blood from pretty much anywhere in the department. Could be anybody's blood, but I don't think it's his. And when the paramedics come in to save the day, he decides to take them down with a double dose of injection, needles right into the necks. And then it turns out these guys were pretty much killing people and I guess stealing organs and stuff to make a profit on the side. And Dexter, he doesn't like that, so he gives them a double dose of
defibrillator, baby.
Aye, in the ambulance and kills them both to start the show. So aye.
But again, it's like he's just going against the code. Well, not even the code, his own gimmick, man. Where's the plastic sheets? Where's the ritual? Where's the stab them? You know what I mean? He just fucking fries them.
Yeah, I didn't see any pictures or anything like that. And normally he uses his weapon of choice, a knife, but this time...
Is this the first 2-for-1?
Nah, he killed that man and woman and the refugee sneaking people.
Oh, aye. That's donkeys ago.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Dexter take two people down in a long time. So, yeah, we get that. We see Dexter get a bit spiritual, a bit religious. I mean, he doesn't really believe in religion, but he's trying to send his son Harrison to a school, and all the schools seem religious. All the schools have got, like, Jesus and crosses, and Dexter just can't get on board with all that stuff. And when the director questions what religion Dexter belongs to, he pretty much just rules out every single one and says he doesn't believe in anything, which appears to hurt Harrison's chances. Dexter says that he doesn't believe in religion, he just has his own belief system, that if he does good things and he follows a set of principles, then he won't be punished, to which Debra laughs at him and basically says, you're acting like a dog. But that's I guess Harry was Dexter's god growing up. Harry was the almighty Harry was the guy that Dexter prayed to. I mean, you've got God and his commandments. Well, Harry had the code, so I mean...
There's nothing wrong with dogs though, folks. You know, the average dog's probably nicer than the average human, and this episode, good eye-opener into religion. I mean, even at an early age, I questioned it. It's all a load of shite. You know what I mean? It is. See the whole concept of God. I'm under no illusion. The more people that are religious, and I think over time in the world, the further humanity's strayed for religious studies and believing in it, I think the world has gone more to shit. And I think people just view it as a coping mechanism to give their life a bit of value and a bit of purpose. But if you actually break it down and you look at the Bible or whatever you believe in, it's a load of far-fetched shite. And I'm totally in the Dexter camp here.
I think religion's something that unless you have it drilled into you from an early age, I think it is unlikely that you will... I think people do find God and stuff like that when they get older, but... I think if you're going to be religious, then you're more likely to have it drilled into you and by your parents when you're younger, and be like taken to chapel and Sunday school and all that stuff. I think that if you grow to an adult and you're a non-believer, I think it's very unlikely that you're going to all of a sudden convert.
No, absolutely, and I think the people that do convert, like you say, at a later age...
It's easier to
kidding themselves on.
It's easier to have faith when you're younger and you're not questioning everything. Once your brain's fully developed, I think it is very difficult to believe in all this stuff. But
it's definitely a form of brainwash.
I mean, we see Dexter confiding in Batista with it later on, and I mean, Batista can't really give you a convincing argument as to why you should believe. He just says it's pretty much faith and he can't explain it. I mean, I think if you're supposed to dedicate your life and follow a certain set of principles and beliefs, I don't think just having blind faith. It should be. I don't think that's enough to warrant doing that. I think someone should be able to explain it to you pretty well. If somebody says here, I want you to follow God and believe in God and live your life the way God wants you to live it for the next 50 years, and then you say, right, well, can you tell me why? And they're just like, well, actually, I can't explain it. You just have to have blind faith. That to me is not enough. Like, that's like, it's like jumping off a cliff and having blind faith that you're gonna grow wings or something and not hit the ground like 2 miles below you. It's like no, it doesn't work for me. I need a bit more proof, and that's what Dexter needs. And doesn't make Dexter a bad guy because he doesn't believe in a god and that he's not religious. Killing a shitload of people probably makes him a bad guy, but not believing in God, definitely not. We get introduced to Jamie Batista, Angel's sister. Makes it look like at the beginning that Dexter's dating her. He's like, it's not what you think, and then Batista walks in, and he's like, it's definitely not what you think. So, yeah, she's like the new babysitter. I guess the Irish woman, maybe she got deported. She went back to Ireland, I don't know, but she's gone. She's away. Maybe because she was religious, Dexter wanted her gone. Maybe Dexter didn't have faith in her.
Nah, yeah, I mean, he did quite. I mean, hell, he was questioning all that religious stuff back in season 5. He's like, what's this stupid wee hanging the Virgin Mary going to do to Big Harrison? Hee-haw.
Yeah, he took it out of Harrison's crib. He's like, he's not playing with that. Maria gets promoted. Matthews puts her over big time. Very nice speech. You got Masuka in the background saying to Debra, something's going on there. He's been way too kind to her. And she's like, nah, it's alright. And he's saying, they hate each other, and he went, well, you used to hate Quinn, and look at you two, you're an item now. So Deborah's like, you know what, you've got a point here. They do look very pally up there. So yeah, Maria gets promoted to captain, but it turns out she had dirt on Matthews. I believe he was like, I don't know, sleeping with someone, maybe like a prostitute, something along those lines.
A Madam's Black Book with his name on it.
And yeah, she wrote the speech word for word that Matthews delivered. So that's why it was so glowing. That's why it was so kind and approving towards
Arse
Maria
kissing.
because she wrote it herself. She gets warned though by Matthews that you're playing a dangerous game. You're sitting with the big boys now, so watch your step. And yeah, a warning shot here as she hands over the evidence. So she got her promotion, but she may have burnt a bridge or two. Not that Maria and Matthews were ever on good terms, but they're probably on worse terms now than they ever were before. So you have to wait and see.
And also, this sequence confirmed that Batista and Laguerta's gone. That whole marriage is out the window.
Yeah, looks
Shocker,
like
innit?
yeah, looks like Maria.
Is that the correct way though? Off screen, in between seasons. You could maybe argue yes, but it seemed all a bit pointless in the end. Now it's like, fucking hell, what was the point of that?
Yeah, it looked like at the end of season 5 they were getting better, things were mending, but it turns out that's not the case. I guess Maria values her career more than she did her marriage. Masuka's got a bunch of students. He's showing them around the station. He got some geeks in there, some fat guy and some hot blonde. So they wonder who Masuka is going to promote as his new student, his new number 2. Is it going to be the hot chick? We have to wait and see. But Deb wants to bet $10 with Quinn, but Quinn's like, I'm not taking that bet because obviously Masuka is going to pick her. Dexter goes back to a school reunion, and he's way too excited to be doing this. But of course he's got an ulterior motive because he's after some guy by the name of Joe, some quarterback who killed his girlfriend, and Dexter wants proof. So he goes back to the reunion to try and get blood off this Joe guy. He meets all his fellow classmates, and he's now Mr. Popular. But I guess back in school he was like considered a geek who wasn't really seen, and he was just there. But now because he's doing well for himself and he's a blood splatter analyst, he appears to be popular with everybody. And the fact that his wife died also, you've got a lot of people coming up and giving him their best wishes. So it's not really what he wanted. He wanted to go in and just kind of like blend into the background, but pretty much everybody is introducing themselves and wanting to hang out with Dexter. And we see him have a couple of flashbacks with Harry. Harry's like, son, this is pretty good. Now you don't need to fly under the radar. You can join in. You can have the school life you should have had 20 years ago. And Hammer Time comes on. Dexter doesn't know the difference between Hammer Time and normal time, but we see him pull off some dance moves, which I thought was pretty funny. They weren't great.
No, they weren't. They were. I mean, downright disgusting, to be honest. But you know what? I had my fingers crossed for some Michael C. Hall flashbacks here to '91, where he was wearing a ridiculous wig or two, but sadly they didn't happen. I mean, was there any characters carried over here and from Original Sin? Can't really recall, but you know what? I thought it was a good scene.
I think in season 6 we're beyond flashbacks with Dexter now.
You know, it's funny you say that. I think he actually looks the youngest he's looked in seasons here. I don't know.
You think he looks the youngest?
No, well, I say he looks the youngest in seasons, as in he looks like in season 5 and 4 he looked a wee bit older than he does now. I don't know. I think he looks alright.
Yeah, so then he finds Joe.
It's a go for Joe.
He tries to get a blood sample. He's got like a ring that he's going to poke Joe with, but Joe doesn't give handshakes. Instead, he gives fist bumps.
Bro fist.
And he ends up stabbing himself.
Fuck's sake, Joe.
So he needs to try and get to Joe, so he decides to sign up for the football team. Dexter's never played football, but he tries to learn the ropes. It's flag football.
And, yeah, I mean, Harry is cheering them on from the sidelines. He's like, oh, fuck, he's destroyed the capsule that I need to get the blood into. We gotta think of a new way. Harry's like, you fucking just stick the elbow into him, son. Do it! Do it! And then Dexter sticks the elbow clean into Joe. Nose, blood splatters over the elbow. It's a go for Joe.
Yeah, we've got Harry on the sidelines, you know, like a proud father. And I guess getting to experience maybe stuff that he didn't 20 years ago. Because I guess Dexter had no interest in this stuff, so now we've got Harry, living on through Dexter's imagination, I guess.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, Harry he could have attempted to do more, I guess, with Harry and with Dexter Original Sin. But I mean, Dexter would never been nowhere near the football team, I guess, at that point.
No, definitely,
absolutely nerd.
Definitely not.
Big
right?
Nerd.
We then get introduced to two men. One old guy, one young guy, and we know both of them. One of them is the son of Tom Hanks. He's playing Travis Marshall, and the other one is Edward James Olmos. He's playing Professor James Geller, and we know him from the Mayans MC. He's wrapped a few meat parcels in his lifetime.
What's his name? The Mayans Reyes, what? Or what Reyes?
God.
His name's actually Felipe Reyes.
Alright, so
it's funny how you say we knew both of them. I'll be honest, I had no idea who Colin Hanks was.
No?
No, I've never seen him before in my puff.
Fair enough. They're out in a boat and they like capture some snake.
It's pregnant.
And they can see the pregnant babies from outside, which I don't know if that's legit or not, but we could see the pregnant snake.
Oh, there's enough snakes in Miami. I'm sure there's these ones floating about, but it's a weird fucking combo, this team.
Yeah, they appear to be like religious fanatics, so they got the snake. They then get dropped off. Professor James Geller drops off Travis Marshall at some like fruit stand, where Travis kills he kills the worker and then decides to take out all his intestines and leave them on the scales. And later on, we find this fruit vendor washed up on the beach. He's been stitched up where the intestines were taken out, but his intestines have instead been replaced with snakes. 7 snakes to be exact, and yeah, I guess it's some sort of religious killing here. And Masuka's new assistant, who he hired that wasn't the hot chick, just faints on the beach.
Yeah, big fat fucking jabroni faints next to all the snakes that have been bagged away. But tell you what, it's a bold move from the show to reveal who the two guys are doing the killings pretty much immediately in the pilot. It's rare you see that.
Yeah,
normally they wait a good few episodes.
Masuka's like, well,
but you know what? You may as well change it up though.
Yeah, goodbye, Peter. Hello, hot woman. So
hello, Ryan.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to bring in Ryan there. Dexter then kills Joe. He manages to get Trisha's phone. So Trisha, I guess she was like one of the hot chicks back in school. She pleasures Dexter and leaves her phone behind, so Dexter gets her phone and he texts Joe, pretending to be her, meets him out in like the, I don't know, like some sort of basement or locker or something.
It's weird. It's like a track outside a high school in America where they've got these like weird, like it's like a generator room almost. But Joe's quick reflexes almost gets the better of Dexter here.
Yeah, he manages to avoid getting the syringe in the neck, but in the end, Dexter takes him down with a sleeper hold, and we then see Dexter he's got him tied down in the plastic like he normally does, and he questions him about his faith, and Joe believes that God will forgive him. He's like, yeah, you can do bad stuff, but God forgives you. So Dexter's like, well, that means if I kill you, God's going to forgive me. And he's like, no, it doesn't work like that. And Dexter's amused at how Joe's trying to spin things and twist things in order to try and save his life. So
it's just a load of shite, the whole stuff. Like, oh, you can do whatever, and then if you let God into your heart, even at the end, you know, all is forgiven. That just shows the whole concept's fraud to me.
Joe reveals that he basically just killed his wife because divorce is too expensive, and I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, it's an insane reason, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, it's probably like the most basic reason I've ever heard in the show. This stage.
Yeah. Just basically that was it. Didn't hate his wife. Just, I guess he didn't want to lose half his shit. So he decided to kill her, and then Dexter decides to kill him. Hammer time, and he uses like a mallet to bash him over the head with. Batista and his sister, they go out for dinner. He's acting strange. He believes that he's going to get the position. He's going to take over from LaGuerta, so he's spending money. He's splashing the cash, getting champagne. She takes her top off. And Batista starts getting all weird, saying, put that back on. People are going to think that, we're dating, that you're my girlfriend. And she says, you sound just like Dad. A waitress comes over. Batista says that this is not my girlfriend. And then she walks away. And now he's paranoid that she believes that she's some sort of prostitute hooker. Sister says that you're not just like Dad, you are Dad. And I mean, Batista just very fucking, I don't get it, legit very paranoid. Like, I don't know what his problem was.
Extremely paranoid, and you know what? She could have took this extremely thick from the La Passion, but she didn't. And you know what? What's the age gap here?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty big.
Yeah, I think he doesn't need to worry about, here, they're going to think, this is my girlfriend, this is my daughter.
Yeah, I don't know, it could be that.
I mean, what age is Batista? I mean, I'd say Batista must be like late 40s at this point.
Yeah, no, probably. Quinn and Debra, they're going out for a meal. Quinn's acting weird. Why is he acting weird? Because he plans on proposing to Debra. He goes into the bathroom to give himself a wee pep talk, and while he's doing that, someone comes into the restaurant, starts shooting. Debra gets in a shootout, takes the guy down.
He's wearing Killbar.
Yeah, Quinn then comes out at the last moment, really, and takes over and saves the day. Looks like Debra got grazed. And then we see the two snake guys stand on the bridge, the two baddies here, and they're reciting a Bible passage. And the older guy, the professor, tells Travis, it has begun. And what's begun? We're gonna have to wait and see. But
it just shows you though, these two guys are religious, so is God all right with them once they wrap their killings up? And forgive me, God, for ripping this guy's intestines out and filling them with snakes.
Well, I mean, maybe that's God's message. Maybe that's what God wants. We'll have to wait and see. I thought it was a pretty good premiere though. I did enjoy it. Season 6, no Lumen as well, refreshing. To have an episode without Lumen in there, so
yeah, I feel like in season 5 it was very depressing early on, and then it was Lumen. There was like no period of it that felt. I mean, it was still good season 5, but this felt fun. It felt like back to being Dexter.
Yeah, I think like
there was no mourning. It was kind of just like crime scene, cool action scene. And Dexter being Dexter.
Yeah, we got introduced to some new characters, some new killers. The Dexter reunion I thought was pretty funny. We got some dance moves with Dexter. And yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10 as well. I thought it was a very good premiere. And it sets up the season rather nicely.
It
Dexter,
does.
2 against 1. Who's going to come out on top?
It does. Anyway, guys, that's it. Let us know your thoughts down below. We'll catch you in the next one. And until then, peace.